morning. Welcome to Gentle Yoga. We're going to start this morning by having a seat here in easy pose on a folded blanket, or you can also use a block if you'd like. So sitting in this nice, comfortable, cross-legged pose. Begin to lift up through the crown of your head. Start to lengthen your spine. Draw your shoulders back and down. And create a little space between the ear and shoulder. You can close your eyes here if it's helpful, or just give a nice soft gaze towards the floor. And from here, just beginning to breathe in and out through the nose. Nothing fancy here, just breathing in and out. And starting to notice the quality of your breath. Checking in, seeing if you're holding your breath, just noticing whether you're holding your breath at the top of your inhale or at the bottom of your exhale. From here, moving right into three-part breathing. So on your next inhale, begin to fill your belly. Allow your rib cage to expand. And notice your chest rise. Exhaling, chest will lower. Ribs will hug, and gently drawing your navel toward your spine. We'll keep this going. So inhaling, filling all the way up, lower, middle, and upper lungs. Exhaling, emptying top to bottom. Top of the lungs, middle of the lungs, and then reaching all the way down to the lower lobes of the lungs, emptying out any of that stale air. Keep going. Never forcing here, just a nice gentle movement. Gentle inhale, gentle exhale. from here, gently blinking the eyes open, let's go ahead and switch the foot that's in front. All right. So give a few shoulder rolls here. Back and forward. Just starting to warm up a little here. Bring your hands together. Start to rub the hands together vigorously. Let's create a little heat between the hands here. And then go ahead and drop your head and hands. So cupping your eyes and just feeling that warmth from your hands around your eye sockets. So let the head be heavy. Breathe here. And from here, just gently beginning to massage the forehead. And down the bridge of the nose. Around your eye sockets. Some circular motions here at the temple. Moving to the cheeks, just circular motions here on the cheeks. Maybe just under the nose. Circular motions on the chin. And then using your pointer and middle finger, just massaging in front of and behind the ears. Then all the way down the jawbone and back up. From here, take your pointer finger and your thumb and just pinch around your earlobes. Nothing hard here, just moving around the ears. And then all the way back down to the earlobe once more. Moving right into the neck. So just making some circular motions in the neck here and down into the shoulders. And then go ahead and bring the hands together once more. Rub them together vigorously, again, creating that heat, that warmth. We'll start to massage the hands. So let's start by just making some circular motions here in the palm of the hand. So using the thumb of the opposite hand just to make some circular motions here. Maybe start small right in the center of the hand and then make your way larger and larger, reaching the whole palm of your hand. And then up and down each finger. Maybe even giving a gentle tug here. And then going so far as to maybe making some circular motions around the wrist joint. Working your way up the forearm. Some circular motions around the elbow joint. And making your way up the arm into the shoulder with some circular motions around the shoulder. All right, shake your hands out just a bit. And then let's do the other side. So just rub the hands together vigorously. Create that heat, create that warmth. And we'll do the other side. So starting in the center of the palm in small circular motions, and then gradually making those circles a little larger until you can reach the whole palm of your hand. Massaging up and down each finger. Maybe a little tug when the finger can feel good. Some circular motions around the wrist joint. Massaging the forearm. Some circular motions around the elbow joint. And then just working your way up the arm. Just taking your time this morning. Massaging some circular motions around the shoulder. And release. Shake out the hands. If you need to switch your feet, go ahead and do that here. And then let's go ahead and bring the fingers together. Interlace your fingers, hands together, interlace the fingers, and then just start to bring your elbows up to shoulder height and start to just pull the fingers apart. Keep breathing here. Shake out the hands. Again, bring the hands together, interlace your fingers. We're going to do this twice more. So elbows up to shoulder height and start to pull gently the fingers apart. Shake it out. One more. Hands together, interlace the fingers, and then slowly and gently pulling them apart here. Shake it out. All right, let's move right into some shoulder mobility here. So bringing your hands to your shoulders. And let's just start here, bringing elbows up to shoulder height. We're going to exhale, draw the elbows together. Inhale, open. Exhale. Inhale, open. Keep going here, just moving at your own pace with your breath. And then exhale, bring the elbows together. And from here, we're going to make some circles. So we're going to inhale, open. Exhale, elbows together. I like to move slowly through this exercise, but it may feel good to you to move a little quickly. So whatever you choose to do, it's up to you, it's your practice. And let's switch directions. And then exhale, go ahead and release the hands. Shake out the hands. We're going to open the arms nice and wide. Inhale. Exhale, give yourself a hug. Inhale, open. Exhale, hug. Opposite arm on top. Inhale, open. Exhale once more, each side. All right, a few shoulder rolls here. And let's go ahead and come off of our blanket. Actually, just move your blanket out of the way for a moment. And extend your legs out in front of you. So extend your legs out in front and just lean back into your hands. And let's just shake out the leg bone from the hip socket for a moment. So leaning back into the hands, lift up through the heart. Keep your gaze forward, or you can even lift the gaze and just start to shake it out. Breathe. And then point and flex your feet a few times. Shake it out once more. From here, go ahead and scoot your leg bone back into the hip socket. Now, if you get here in the staff posture and you already feel like your back is rounding, maybe use your blanket to lift your seat. And start here. So we're here in our staff posture. We're sitting up nice and tall, lifting up through the crown. Go ahead and flex your feet. So bringing the toes towards the body. Lifting up through your crown. Go ahead and inhale the arms overhead. And let's just take a few breaths here. So arms are in line with your ears. Looking forward. Inhale. Exhale. Keep breathing. And then exhale, release the hands. All right. On your next exhale, I want you to bend your right knee. Bring the sole of your right foot onto your mat and start to flex through that left foot, through the left toes. We're going to interlace the fingers behind the right knee. Sit up nice and tall. Relax your shoulders away from your ears. And on your next inhale, go ahead and extend that right leg. Flex through your heel. Breathe. Keep breathing. 2 more breaths here. Exhale, release. And then just go ahead on your next exhale. Hug that right knee towards your chest. Inhale as you extend your right leg. Readjust your seat if needed. On your next exhale, we're going to bend the left knee, draw the left knee towards the body. You can give a little hug here if you want to. Just give a little hug towards the chest. So again, inhaling, we're lifting up through the crown. We're keeping a nice straight spine here. Gaze is forward. Interlace your fingers behind that left knee this time. And on your next inhale, extend your left leg. Flex through your left heel, flex through your right heel. Gaze is forward. Let's take 4 breaths here. And on your last exhale, bring your foot back to your mat. Give the left knee a little hug towards the chest. And then on your inhale, re-extend that leg. Readjust your seat if you need to. Flex through your feet. Lift up through your crown, sit up nice and tall. On your next inhale, just extend your arms out in front of you, palms facing each other. Shoulders are down and back and relaxed away from your ears. Let's take 4 breaths here. And after your last exhale, just release your hands. Let's bend both knees in. And then just give a little hug around the knees. So drop your head, round your spine, give a little hug towards the chest. And let's take 3 breaths here. Inhale, come on back up to seated. Spread your feet just a little so they're hip distance, but your knees are still bent. And then just let's just give just a few circular motions around the knee joint. Let's do that in both directions. All right. So from here, extend your left leg, and we're just going to cross this right ankle over the left thigh. All right. Give a few circular motions around the knee joint and flex through your right foot. And then just a few circular motions, or few massages to that calf muscle. And then working your way to the ankle, a few circular motions around the ankle. Feel good. And then let's make our way right into the foot. So up and down the sole of the foot. Spreading the bones in your feet. Massaging in between the bones and the top of your foot. Spread your toes. Some circular motions around the heel. And then we're just going to cross this right foot over the left leg. And then turn to make some circular motions around the right hip joint. Keep your heart lifted, keep your crown lifting. Breathe. Let's uncross right leg from left, re-extend your right leg, readjust your seat, and we'll do the other side. So bending left knee. We're going to cross the left ankle over the right thigh. And we'll start just by making some circular motions around the left knee joint. Flex through your right heel. Flex through your left foot. Massaging the calf muscle here. And then making our way to the ankle, some circular motions around the ankle joint. And up and down the sole of the left foot. And then think about separating the bones and massaging in between the bones of the left foot here. Spreading your toes nice and wide. And some circular motions around the heel. We're going to lift the right knee. Go ahead and cross the left knee, crossing that left foot over the right thigh. Inhale, sit up nice and tall. Exhale, turn towards the left. And bring your right hand to the outside of your left knee. And then just start to make some circular motions around the hip joint. So keep your heart lifted. Keep your crown lifted. And breathe. All right, inhale back to center, uncross your left leg, re-extend your left leg. Let's lean back into the hands and shake out the legs once more. So lifting up through the heart, keep your gaze forward or lift the gaze if it feels good. Point and flex the feet. And let's make our way. Let's go ahead and move the blanket out of the way here. And we're just going to make our way into seated. I want you to bend your knees, bring your feet to your mat. We're going to do a little belly work this morning. So feet are a little hip distance here, a little more than, hip distance. Feet, ankles, knees, hip bones. Spread your toes nice and wide. Sit up nice and tall. We're going to inhale, extend the arms out in front so that they are shoulder height, and then relax your shoulders away from your ears. And let's just take a few breaths here, just like this. No need to take it any further. We'll just take 3 breaths. And then exhale, go ahead and hug the knees in close. Round your spine, drop your head, breathe. Inhale, come on back up. We're going to separate our feet once more, hip distance. Spread your toes nice and wide, feet, ankles, knees, hip bones. Inhale, extend your arms out to shoulder height. Relax your shoulders away from your ears. Keep your gaze forward. You can stay here, or maybe this time just start to lean back a little. But just make sure that your heart stays nice and lifted. You keep your gaze forward. It doesn't have to be very much from here. And just breathe. One more breath. Inhale, come on back up. We're going to hug the knees once more. Nice and close. Round your spine. Drop your head and breathe. On your next inhale, make your way back up. So once more, we're going to spread the feet so that they're hip distance apart. We're spreading our toes nice and wide. Feet, ankles, knees, and hip bones are one straight line here. Inhale, extend the arms out in front. Shoulder height, palms are facing. Relax the shoulders away from the ears. So this time, you can stay here. You can start to lean back just a bit. And if you wanted to take it a step further, so wherever you're most comfortable, keep the heart lifted. Maybe take it a step further and extend that right leg. So lift the right foot and breathe. Exhale as you drop your right foot. Inhale, come back up to seated. Hug the knees in nice and close. Round the spine. Drop your head. Breathe. All right, inhale, make your way back up. We're gonna separate the feet once more, hip distance. Knees are bent. Lift the heart, lift the crown. Inhale the arms out in front, shoulder height. Palms are facing each other. Relax the shoulders away from the ears. Decide where you want to be here. You can start to lean back just a bit. Keep that heart lifted. You can stay here. Or you can, if you did this on the other side, let's do it on this side as well. So lift the left foot, point your toes if you want, or you can even flex through your heel. So whatever feels good to you. And we'll take 3 breaths here. Exhale, release that foot back down to your mat. Inhale, come back up to seated. Exhale, draw the knees in nice and close. Give a hug. Drop your head, round your spine. Breathe. Inhale, come on back up to seated. We're going to extend the legs out in front for just a moment. Just take a moment Maybe some motions up and down the legs here can feel good. And some circular motions around the hip joint, maybe the low back. All right, so scoot yourself to the top of your mat with your knees bent. Feet are hip distance. Grab behind your knees. Sit up nice and tall. Inhale. Exhale, lean back. Tuck your tailbone and make your way onto your back. Go ahead and draw your knees to your chest. So spine is nice and long on your mat here. Tailbone all the way to the top of your head. Keep your shoulders relaxed on your mat. And then maybe from here with your knees bent, and keep hold of your knees here and just a little rock side to side. And then maybe from here, a few circular motions. So inhaling as you move the knees away from the body. Exhaling as you draw them closer to the body, and then switch directions. All right, come on back to center. Inhale as you press the knees away from your body. Bring your feet to your mat. Your knees are still bent. Feet are hip distance, knees are hip distance. Set your hip bones down from your knees and ankles. Reach your arms overhead for just a moment. Inhale. And then exhale, arms down by your sides. Palms are down. Draw your shoulder blades together so that you can open the heart for a nice deep breath. Inhale. Exhale, and as you exhale, start to press your low ribs into the mat. Let's do that once more. Inhale. Exhale, and gently press your low ribs into the mat. And on your next inhale, we're just going to press into the heels. Keep your feet on your mat and start to inhale, lift the hips. So we're here in our bridge pose. We're keeping our hips nice and lifted. Squeeze your glutes. Breathe. And here, try not to allow the knees to drop open, but keep them hip distance. And if you're having a hard time keeping the knees hip distance, you're going to always place a block between the knees. One more breath. And on your next exhale, slowly try to come down one vertebrae at a time if you can. No gripping in the shoulders or the hands. All right, inhale. Exhale, draw your low ribs close to the mat. Inhale, lift your hips, keep your knees hip distance. 3 breaths here. Squeeze your glutes. Exhale, slowly lower back down. One vertebrae at a time, if you can. Once you make it all the way down, take a nice deep inhale. Exhale, draw the knees in nice and close. We're just going to give the knees a little hug, a little rock side to side. And just even a few circles here if it feels good. Exhale, hug once more, nice and close. On your next exhale, we're going to just roll over to one side. We're going to use the hand and forearm to inhale our way back up to seated. Come back to your nice, easy pose here. Take a deep breath in. Exhale through the mouth. Once more, inhale deeply. Exhaling through the mouth. Bring your hands together here at heart center. Thank you all so much for joining me in this gentle yoga practice this morning. Peace and blessings to each and every one of you. Namaste.